Welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Fresh Squeeze podcast. I'm Justin, here with my co-host Jeremy, and we're back and we're ready. Well, we weren't really gone, but
we were gone for a week.
Yeah, because we went on a trip and we're here to recount it.
Yep, we saw some great sights, and we're going to tell you about it.
So, this is recounting our Tennessee Smoky Mountain trip, the Sights edition.
Sights edition. This is a two-parter, people.
It's a two-parter. So next week, by the end of the episode, we'll tell you what we'll talk about. Well, I guess we'll just tell you now because we're probably going to mention some of them.
Yeah, we're talking about food, the food we had next week.
Yeah. This week, all about the sights, the things we saw, the places we went. Next week, about the food we ate and why it was good, and we'll review it. So,
yeah. Maybe we'll have pictures.
Oh man, you're setting precedents.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe you won't. Actually, don't get your hopes up.
We'll thoroughly describe them. So, yeah, Smoky Mountains. This is down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't been to Tennessee at all, really.
This was my second time going to Tennessee.
You've been to Nashville.
I've been to Nashville like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Nashville was awesome. So
yeah,
I was looking forward to a little bit more, because I mean we were in the city, but this is a little bit more. It's more rural.
It's a rural tourist town. You got Dollywood, home of Dolly Parton.
We didn't go there, but we passed by it. We saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of cool national park country-esque things.
Southern vibes.
Peak Southern vibes,
as Northerners would say.
Yeah. This is going to be. We already knew that we were like major touristy people. So.
I literally am the epitome of what people want as a tourist. I go places and I'm like, "Yo, have you seen this thing?"
Yeah.
And it's literally just the most normal thing you've ever seen, but in a different state.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's so many hills out here.
I'm like, look at the size of this food.
Yeah.
Typical tourist here.
They're like, wow.
I accept it though because I like seeing cool things.
I mean, being a tourist is fun.
Yeah.
It might be a little.
You end up spending more money than you should for some things, but it's the initial experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about the experience. So, I guess we'll start with talk about where we stayed.
Yeah.
So, we rented a cabin that's just a little bit out of town.
Yeah, it was just a few minutes from the main Gatlinburg area.
We gotta go not too far up a side of a mountain, but it's still a little pretty hilly, pretty.
It was pretty steep,
pretty
still.
inclined.
Yeah.
So once you shimmy around those roads,
it's one of those little like mountainside, like cabin.
Cabin community.
Cabin communities. That's a good word. So there's a couple. What was cool is ours was pretty much at the very top,
which is we thought was the best spot.
Because the views were amazing.
I don't think our back patio view we had the best one.
Yeah, let's just our cabin had 2 decks. It had one on like the main floor when you come in, and then if you went downstairs, there was another one. And let's just say I could never get tired of either waking up in the morning or coming home at the end of the day, going out on the balcony, and you're literally, since you're like one of the highest houses, you're above all the other cabins, and you're above the trees.
Basically,
so you get a direct view of the Smoky Mountains. With obviously, and it's great to see like the tops of the trees and everything else, and it is a beautiful view. And you see the clouds, just cresting over the top of the mountains.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, talk about picturesque.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, you get to see like the dip of the trees down into kind of the valley, going up into the mountains, and there's you see multiple layers of mountain going back.
So you see the closer mountain, and then a little farther behind, you see the second set of mountains, and it was an awesome view.
Yeah, some like mornings or days, like you see like the clouds and like in the mountains, level with them.
Yeah, it was so awesome. Pretty cool. It's a view I could never get tired of.
Yeah, apparently it's what people call the land of the blue smoke.
Oh. I didn't know that.
But it legitimately does. The far ones do have like the blue foggish hue to them.
Yeah,
which is
it kind of
cool.
gives it a blue tint. So.
Yes. So yeah, that couldn't have been a better spot, I think. It was so enjoyable to see.
Yeah, it was a perfect spot. Great cabin. You know, it wasn't huge, but it was like homey.
Right. It wasn't humongous, but I felt like it had enough space for 4 people, and it had literally enough space for everything you needed.
And it was actually it's bigger than it looks on the outside.
Yeah.
I feel like in the outside it's just like normal cabin, but you walk in, and I think it's because it has those high ceilings that it makes it just seem big.
And the fact that it's basically 3 stories. So
yeah, well, because when you walk in, you're on the middle level, and then there's a downstairs and there's an upstairs, and all 3 levels on the back side had a bunch of windows, obviously, so you can enjoy the view. So it was just a great place to stay.
Yeah, I'm all about the cabin vibe, man.
Yeah, I know, it was great.
I really liked it.
We had a hot tub on the lower deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I don't think I've ever had a more serene experience than just, it would be like 8 in the evening, just absolutely vibing in the hot tub after a long day of walking and hiking, and just seeing the mountains.
Yep.
It was great, and it's quiet, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I felt like it felt like you said, like it was a very homey place, spacious. I'd stay a whole summer there if I had to.
That's what you said. Yeah.
That's what I said.
I mean, I ain't against it.
We only stayed there four nights.
Yeah.
So why not make it longer?
Why not make it 90 nights? That's 3 months.
Wow. Yeah. But so yeah, that was really nice. And but let's get to the sights that we actually saw outside of our staying quarters.
Yeah.
So the first day, we went to like the welcome center. We went down like the pretty just general, pretty flat trail.
We'll call it a level 1 trail.
A level 1 trail. Just follows a little stream.
And then you go down some steps, and it's follow the other stream.
Mm-hmm.
Where we ended up at the very end of this trail. There was a small little like waterfall, which was cool, which was nice.
Yep.
Took some pictures.
Yeah, they called that one the Cataract Falls.
Right. Yes, Cataract Falls.
Yeah. So that was a nice starter.
Oh yeah.
And then, that's pretty basic.
It was pretty basic. But then, the next one we went to,
and it was the same day. Right?
Same day, yeah. It was this one. They were technically both categorized as easy trails.
Oh, the second one wasn't easy.
I'd say the first one definitely a level 1. Like anybody could do that.
Yeah. If you can't do level 1, like you probably don't even leave your house.
Yeah. Now the second one, I'd say this one was probably like a level 7.
Oh, what's our scale? 10?
Oh, I don't know. What is our is 10 our scale?
Oh,
I don't know.
I was going for a pretty I was thinking 5.
Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. Oh, let's do 5.
Yeah.
Because
this was definitely at least an intermediate trail.
No, and it's not because, oh my gosh, we had to hike up a straight mountain and it was uneven rocks. No, it was the first one. It was maybe I doubt the first one was even half a mile.
Oh yeah,
it was.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah,
yeah.
The second one, it was 1.5 miles.
Yes.
And this one, it was pretty much a constant, just like winding around a mountain, because it was to get to Laurel Falls, which was a bigger waterfall at the top, which was cool to see. But this one, yeah, it was 1.5 miles, and it was pretty much uphill the entire way.
It wasn't that bad of an incline, though.
No, the incline wasn't bad. It was just long.
Yeah. Because it probably ended around maybe a little under 3 miles round trip.
Round trip, yeah. I think it was like under 3 miles. Yeah, the incline wasn't bad. It was just a lot longer of a walk than the other one.
Obviously, since you're going, up around a mountain, it can get a little perilous at times.
Yeah, and now let's be honest. And now it's not like we're walking on like a, just like 1 foot from the side of the mountain. There was several feet between the wall of the mountain and the cliffside because there was no railing. It was just
yeah,
I
no
mean,
railing.
I mean, there was like tree, but it was just like a hill cliffside on the way
And
down.
at some points, it's just a drop off.
Yeah,
once you get further to the
when
top.
we got to the higher peaks, I mean, I definitely did. I looked over the edge. I mean, it was kind of just a drop off down.
You're like, wow, look at that.
There was even a sign. It was like, be careful.
Yeah,
people can die.
and they have.
And they have. And I was like, oh.
But once you got really high up, you could really look down into the valley.
Oh, and the views were great because at that point, you were in like a valley since there was mountains on both sides. And then again, you were above the trees, and we had like perfect, beautiful weather the whole time we were there.
Absolutely.
It was like mid to high 70s, sunny, no clouds, So, and then once we did finally get to the end, there's this big waterfall that went down, and then there was kind of like a flat area, and then it went down again.
Yeah.
So
that
was really nice.
Yep.
So,
obviously
going down was a lot easier because it's all downhill.
I would. I mean, yeah, it was obviously more of a workout, but I feel like I handled it well.
I handled it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you were basically sprinting.
Dude, I mean, I'm not. I mean,
you were power walking.
I'd be moving on these things, like
nothing was holding you back.
I don't know. I just think maybe these calves got power. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't realize you were built different like that.
I guess I am, dude. Maybe I'm a trail walker.
You're a trailblazer.
I'm a born and raised trailblazer. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely feeling the burn by the end, but it was worth it.
I felt pretty good after the end. I didn't feel too tired, but so
So then, like we said, after that, it's nice to get a little soak after that.
A little soak. Oh, it was perfect. You come home. Oh yeah, put on the trunks, get in the hot tub, and just sit there. Oh, with the heated water, just let it all take it all away. It was great.
So the last trail we went on, it was actually mostly a driving trail.
Yeah.
We went a little bit to the east, just over the border of North Carolina.
We started still in Tennessee, but by the time we got to the top, we were in North Carolina.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the trail went over.
The trail starts in Tennessee but ends in North Carolina. Yeah.
It was it didn't. It took under an hour to drive.
It was like just under an hour, and you drive up and around, to get to the top of the highest point in the Smokies, and
that was quite windy and hilly as well.
And massive mountains and cliff sides and some of the most craziest sights I think I've ever seen. To be like seriously,
it's just
You're
mountain and valley
driving
everywhere.
Now again, this was a giant paved road, so it was fine. But you're literally driving on the side of this giant mountain, which was huge. Like I'm talking like monumental mountain. Like seriously. And so you drive all the way up, and then because the point we were going to was called Clingman's Dome, which was the highest point in the Smokies, which that's the part that is over in North Carolina. And so by the time you drive up, you only have to walk like half a mile.
Yeah.
It's not far. But this one was
quite uphill.
Was quite uphill. Even though it was short, it was a lot more uphill than the one we had than the previous one. That was 1.5 miles. Yeah. This one was only half a mile. I know. But I would say it was like three times as steep.
It worked
and
me hard.
And it was the whole way up. Yeah,
man, that one worked me hard. I was about ready to get carried down.
I'm not sure if I didn't know if y'all were gonna make it.
But you were still just doing your power walk.
I mean, I definitely felt it in the calves, but I was still just pushing through. Hey,
that's all right.
No pain, no gain. You just gotta get up there.
But yeah, obviously that was still I mean, like the terrain wasn't bad, but if you can't handle inclines, it was still pretty challenging.
Yeah. If you got bad knees, don't go up there.
Yeah.
But once you got up there, the views were spectacular.
Because it takes you to like I guess kind of like an outlook tower.
Yeah, so you get to the top, and then you have to do more walking because once you're to the top, there's this giant like concrete like lookout tower, and there's like a windy like road to the top.
Yep.
And once you're up there, it's I think I took a screenshot of it on my phone, the elevation. I'm pretty sure yeah, it was 6,660 feet.
Okay.
Elevation, the highest point, and you can see everything.
Yeah.
Now, you can see far as the eye can see, to the left of you in Tennessee, and as far as the eye could see to the right of you in North Carolina. It was so cool.
Yeah.
You are literally higher than the mountains.
Pretty much, yeah.
In almost every area, So that was great.
So obviously, all those, no pain without gain. It's really cool to be up there once you
and it was cold.
Make the effort. Yeah, Get, oh yeah, we didn't even cover that part of it.
We got to talk about that. I mean, this is to be expected, but we don't really do this stuff that often.
Yeah, you drive up,
it went down like almost 20 degrees.
Yeah, you drive up 5,000 feet for like a few miles, and it dropped like at least 15 degrees from like 70 to 55.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like 72 or 7. It was like, mid 70s. Yeah. And then we got there and I was like, dang, I'm glad I brought a sweatshirt, but I was still in shorts because, it was like mid 50s, and but it wasn't like a chilly cold, but I'll be honest.
It was just air cold.
Once you start that walk, didn't even feel the cold at all.
Yeah, no, it was fine once we got walking,
yeah.
But, yeah, even just where we parked at, great overlook. So,
yeah, you could literally, yeah. I mean, that's what I'd say. Even if you can't do the half-mile walk to the very top, even if you just drove to the parking lot, dude, the parking lot, had also super good views.
Still plenty of walking space, areas to take pictures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, going up to the outlook was just a little extra piece of it.
Yeah.
But, if you could make it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely a little intense.
So I guess that's it for the. Oh, another part about it that we thought was interesting is we came across the people who do the
Appalachian Trail.
The Appalachian Trail. The people who are roughing it, they're just staying out in the wild.
Yeah, because when you get closer to the very top of the trail to Klingman's Dome, there's it's completely paved all the way up, but towards the top, there's like 2 or 3 offshoot trails, and these trails are maybe 2 foot wide at most, and it literally just goes straight into the forest.
Yeah.
And it literally just says Appalachian Trail, and I didn't see it because I was ahead, but Justin and Mom and Dad, they said that you guys just saw some mountain man hiker came out. He was like, "Which way is civilization?"
Yeah, he just pops out of the woods. He's like, "Which way to the dome?"
Yeah, we're like, that's crazy.
And apparently, I don't know. We talked to him briefly, and he said he said he was doing the whole trail, which apparently, we're towards the bottom of it. I think apparently it's the bottom of it's toward in the Georgia, Tennessee area. Apparently this dude had been already hiking this area for about 30 days or so.
I think he was 2 months in.
It was early April.
Oh yeah.
So
he said that he had done 200 miles, and he was making good time.
And apparently Appalachian Trail goes far up into the northeastern area of the United States.
I've got the thing.
Yeah.
So it says that he said he had done like 200 miles, but the trail is almost 2,200 miles long.
He still got 2,000 miles to go.
And it takes about 5 to 7 months to hike. And so
you said 2,200 miles?
It's 2,190, yeah. So it's 2,200 miles.
That seems like a lot more than it would be just thinking about the map.
And so it shows, here that it starts on the very top of Georgia and it goes all the way until like pretty much the middle of Maine.
Whoa.
So if he's doing the whole trail, he's pretty much going to be at that until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Just hiking.
I think he was aiming for like mid-fall, but yeah.
Really? Wow, then he must be making good time then.
So yeah, just hearing that's quite a
It's not for the faint of heart. And it's not for me either.
quite a personal commitment right there.
These people literally, these huge backpacks, everything you need on a backpack. I was like, dang, that's a big backpack.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So I couldn't do that, but I applaud those that can.
Yeah.
Should have given that dude his number so we could have him on the show once he's done.
Yo, we should have. And maybe give him like a Snickers or something.
The dude looked like he had calves of steel, though.
I bet I could probably I don't know, his calves are probably as hard as steel-toed boots.
Yeah.
Okay.
He don't need steel-toe boots.
He's like, I got steel calves.
Yeah. So that was quite the riveting nature experiences with those.
Yeah.
So we like camping and all, but we don't rough it. But,
No. We have a camper.
Even though we like seeing sights, we like being city boys too.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. At the end of the day, I love the city.
Mm-hmm.
The city's great.
So I mean, this wasn't like big downtown city, but Gatlinburg still had it like a tourist strip.
Yeah, it was still a downtown area of tourist restaurants and shops.
Yeah. So on next episode we'll cover some more of the food items,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll mention them, but we'll go into detail next time.
Yeah.
So yeah, what were some of your highlights that you saw downtown?
I think one of the highlights was just the restaurant we went to.
Yeah, the one that we went to for lunch.
Yeah, it was called like the old Smoky.
Everything over there is Old Smoky.
Yeah,
so
it's literally just the Old Smoky restaurant. I don't know what it was called.
It was a brewery.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, maybe it was just like the old Smoky Gatlinburg brewery. I don't know. But it was a cool looking building.
Yep.
Great food. I had some sort of it was like, I don't know, I think it was like some sort of spicy barbecue burger and some tots or whatever.
Yeah, great. I guess we didn't. Yeah, I guess you couldn't say that's like true Southern food. It was just mostly just.
I'm gonna get what I
restaurant
like.
food.
I'm gonna be honest.
But,
so.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the real Southern food we had.
Yeah.
But, yeah. The brewery was good, and it's one of those places where you're just overwhelmed by things to see and do.
You could definitely spend multiple days just. I think you could spend like 2 or 3 days just in the downtown.
Yeah, as we went there, we went back.
We
went one day.
We went there for 2 afternoons.
And then 2 afternoons.
Yeah.
And so.
And we still only did like maybe a fourth of it.
Yeah. They had all you could want.
The little German town.
Yeah, let's talk about the German town.
So we were told that obviously there's a large like German cultural influence in that area.
Right.
So amongst the downtown area, they had this little offshoot section. And you went down, there's this big like gate opening, and it looks like we're in Dublin out here. We're in Munich. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was cool because it's all these like German inspired architecture houses and shops.
Mm-hmm.
And like every shop we went to, it looked like it was a shop out of like Snow White or something. Like
out of
some Smurfs or like I don't know. It's just these cool houses.
Oh, Loki, almost something out of like Shrek.
Oh my, that's even better. Yeah, we're going in the Shrek houses. Okay,
going to what's the place called that Farquaad lives in?
Duloc.
Duloc. It looks like Duloc.
Yeah. So those were really cool. All these cool little in and out shops. We went to this. We got some super good donuts at this place. It was called Friar's Donuts. Woo. Great donuts.
The donut fryer.
Oh, the donut fryer.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Let me pull up the picture.
No,
I'm not saying I'm doubting you, but I just love them that much.
You gotta get it right.
All right, you're right. It's the donut fryer.
Yeah.
Okay. But all I just say is, 634 Parkway, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, the Friar Tuck's favorite place.
I 100% recommend their donuts. Super good. Nothing like a classic Delays, but also a cream filled. Both were solid.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about food.
No, well, this will be the one food endorsement here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may end up having some donut discussion in the future, but we've decided that angular.
I know, octagonal.
Angular octagonal donuts.
If your donut has straight sides, it is superior.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just something about it, like.
I feel like you just get more donut per donut, you know?
It just seems more, it's more of like, it's an art form.
It's more donut squared, okay?
Yeah, so check them out if you're out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Maybe.
Can we get a sponsor?
And we'll get a sponsor. You want to send us some merch?
Yeah.
We should have gotten some merch.
Dang, we should have. Why didn't we?
We didn't know.
They were selling t-shirts.
We didn't know what the hype was.
Honestly, if I would have known how much I love this place, I would have gotten a t-shirt.
See,
so good.
This is how they draw people back.
And they're simple donuts too.
Yeah.
It's literally nothing like, it's not the craziest donut you've seen in your life. It's literally a chocolate frosted donut, but it was so good.
Sometimes, just doing something classic in a really, really good and effective way is the best way.
Even if it's not crazy, if you do it the right way,
yeah,
it can be great.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what we're saying. Some people say that, some things are overhyped. No, you just don't appreciate the classics.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would literally go all the way there just for the donuts. Okay, they're so good.
I wonder if they got we haven't felt this way since last time we went to Randy's Donuts in California.
That was like 7 years ago in California. Yeah. So we haven't felt this love for a donut in 7 years. We haven't felt donut love.
The fact that we're comparing them to Randy's is
that's pretty high.
High praise, but because we were wanting to get them.
We were wanting to get airmailed from California. So yeah.
Yeah, man, I just love a quality donut.
Who doesn't?
Octagonal ones, man.
Octagonals are crazy. It was a small place too.
Yeah.
It was like you come in one door, they got 2 counters, and then you go. They got the half doors.
Oh my gosh,
that's cool. I like half doors.
It was very much so the architecture.
And, yeah, even obviously the outsides were themed, but even the insides kept the theme.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's the architecture has the theme.
Yeah.
Like the type of stuff that they're selling.
Yeah.
The interior design.
They had that cool little outside, they had that cool little fountain area.
Yeah. We didn't go in it, but they had they had the art gallery.
Oh, we should have went there. We could have appreciated art in there.
Yeah. We
Bro, if they would have had that one painting, instant cop. Okay, I'm not even kidding. If they had any of this one or the other one, instant cop.
If we ever go back, we can go appreciate art
and get more donuts.
Get donut merch. So,
if you didn't know, I like to appreciate art.
You gotta, like I said, appreciate the classics, man. Yeah. So yeah, Duloc was cool.
Yeah. All right. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Enough about Duloc. It's not actually called Duloc for those who don't get the reference.
Yeah, I don't think they just called it, like the little
Germantown,
little German corner.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called,
but otherwise, souvenir shops, t-shirt shops.
Okay, I gotta put out there, the section of shops from the end of the town to the middle, so the back half of the shops, low key, at least the tourist souvenir shops, mid / kind of just okay,
Yeah.
We didn't. The first day we went there, I didn't see a single. I didn't really see anything that struck my fancy. But it
was just all really basic.
It was stuff that you can literally get anywhere, and stuff that wasn't even even if it was Gatlinburg, it was just I've seen this same design at least 5 other places in Michigan. Okay,
yeah,
But the second day that we went, the first half of the town on the one side definitely had a lot better shops.
I guess I don't know how to distinguish to describe which side it was, but
well, the half that's closer to the forest.
yeah.
Because remember, you come out of the national forest, it's literally right there. Yeah,
the side closest to the
just to put it into perspective, it's funny. You come out of the Smoky Mountains National Forest, and literally like 200 feet from that, it starts the town.
Yeah.
So you literally, from the start of the end of the start of the forest to like half the town, at least for the souvenir shops on the one side, we're just kind of okay. But the other half was really good. We didn't even go on the whole other side like at all. We stayed on that one side like both days.
Like we didn't even get over to the
no
from the other side. But I think we saw
we still saw a lot of good stuff.
And that's where we ended up getting our stuff.
Oh man, I can only get tuna food, but we ate so much food. We shouldn't have eaten that much food, but I'm glad we did.
No, I feel like we did eat a lot of food,
if
but
we
it
had
was
the Belgian
all worth
waffle,
it.
it would have put us over. Okay,
Yeah.
We'll get into that story.
We'll get
later.
into that.
We almost OD'd on Belgian waffles. Okay. So.
Yeah, I think that does it for the general sightseeing in town.
Yeah.
You want to give the people a little bit of some food previews?
All right. So for the food previews, we're talking about it all. We're talking about
it's the stuff in Gatlinburg.
In downtown Gatlinburg. We're talking about restaurant food. We're talking about maybe food from a celebrities restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about candy shops. We're talking about ice cream milkshakes.
Milkshakes, yeah.
It's all going down.
We're talking about places that we went to on the trip down. I mean,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
we have possibly a new Chicken King.
Yeah. So, yeah, we went somewhere and them tenders might be contenders.
So we'll get into that. But yeah, that about does it for discussion on the sites. You think so?
I think so. Our recommendation is go to Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Get a cabin.
See the mountains and see the town.
And see the town. You won't regret it. I mean, Chicago, New York, that's all cool town stuff. But
if you want to be amongst nature.
Be amongst nature.
And appreciate it.
Give yourself a chance to really have
to really reflect.
Really be able to be in nature, be able to appreciate it.
I'm not going to say I felt like a new man, but I was like, I feel good,
Yeah, felt, like we said, recharged and
rejuvenated.
Empowered. So, well, that's all we got to say about the trip. Hope that you liked how that sounded, and you'll check it out someday. We really enjoyed going there, and this really made me appreciate it even more, recounting everything we did.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, oh yeah, that was a really great part of it. So, that'll about do it for the discussion this week. So you can stay tuned for next week's episode discussion on the eats of Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains. So be tuned for that. You want to keep updated on the show? You can check back here on Spotify or wherever you check out your podcasts. It's on YouTube as well. You can also check out our Instagram for weekly updates on the show. So that does it for this week's discussion. We'll catch you next time.